Welcome to Telugu Prajala Manas Sakshi, Sakshi TV. I am Swarna and Vastu and Graha Sastra Showki Swagatam Suswagatam. Today we are going to discuss about lawsuit and Vastu. To discuss that, we are back with our leading astrologer and expert, Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta. Namaste Deepika ji. How are you?
Namaste Swarna ji. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So viewers, if you have any questions and would like to consult Deepika ji, you can reach out to Om Holistic Healings at 732-979-2080. Without any further delay, let's start our show. So with our today's topic, lawsuits and Vastu. So Deepika ji, first of all, I would like to know what is the relation with Vastu and the lawsuits? Like even we follow Vastu with the lawsuits too?
Yes, definitely. The lawsuits have a deep connection with the Vastu. During the experience, and as it is written in the Shastras also, that earlier also the lawsuits used to be there, right? In that time, when these Shastras were written, the things got sorted out in the king's court. And today it is like in the government sector. So the lawsuits is connected to the Vastu. Like if there are some directions which are afflicted in the house, or if there is disbalancing in the house, according to the Shastras, then one or the other person keeps on dealing with the lawsuits.
Yeah. Okay. So I heard the planet affect everything in human's life. So what planet causes court cases like these kind of problems in the life?
Any uncertainty in the life is usually caused by the planet Rahu, the dragon's head. So whenever there is the dasha of the Rahu, whenever the Rahu is moving in the anti way in the horoscope, or whenever the Rahu is afflicted in the horoscope, then the person gets involved into the lawsuits. If it is too much afflicted, then it can lead to the jail also, imprisonment.
Oh, okay. So, if you want to win a court case, like you said, through astrology, can we do something?
Yes, definitely. We can see the horoscope of the person. We can check the dashas and the transit in the horoscope, and then we can do the remedies accordingly. As you might have seen that, all big people, they sometimes go for this imprisonment. So their stars are good. Because of the Rahu, sometimes that malefic dasha when comes, or the dasha of the Trig Bhavas, that is the Lord of the 6th house, Lord of the 8th house, and Lord of the 12th house, they get activated, and there is some connection between Rahu and them, then also the person, see the imprisonment.
Okay, so after listening a little bit about astrology, is Vastu and astrology related, Deepika ji?
Yes, they have deep connection. Like through the astrology chart, we can definitely tell that what zones are afflicted in a house just by looking at the horoscope. We can also see that what negative things are there in the house which are causing more of the negative energy in the house and giving the negative aura to the people living in the house.
Okay, so what are the major Vastu defects?
For the this lawsuits. Yes. See, first of all, as the basic, the Shastras have said, the southern side and the western side should be elevated as compared to the northern side and the eastern side. So if there is any disbalancing over there, let's say the northern side is, elevated and the slope is going into the southern side, this is one of the major defects. And then if the southern side and the western side has more openings and the north and the east is totally closed, this is another major defect for the lawsuits. And then the eastern side, the northeast, the southwest, south, they all are afflicted in the house, and because of that also the lawsuits happen.
Okay. So, like you suggested, the people who live in the lawsuit, is there anything they should avoid, like according to Vastu?
See, it depends. Like sometimes the lawsuit can be because of some money fraud. Sometimes the lawsuit can be of some kind of harassment. Sometimes the lawsuit can be by some like I did a Vastu of a house. So there was one, female co-worker, and then she put the sexual harassment case. So there can be any kind of lawsuit. So we have to check the directions accordingly, that what direction is afflicted. The lawsuit will happen because of that direction. So every direction has a planet associated to it, and that planet is also definitely afflicted in the horoscope. So it goes hand to hand. Yeah, it goes hand to hand.
Okay. So is there any easy and like the main, most important Vastu tips can you give for the law firm so that they get more success?
For the law firms?
Yes.
Yes. See, for the law firms, it is said that, always keep the northwest side, the north side should be good for them. These are the two directions which can bring them success.
Okay. So is there anything they can do through Vastu to win the litigations? Usually those are the things they face in law firm, right? So is there anything they can do like that, Dipika ji?
Yeah, for litigation, again, we have to see what kind of a litigation it is. But still, always pick a, office which has more openings towards north and the east. The margin should be more towards north and the east. And then the slope of the office should always be towards the north and the east.
Okay. So is there any specific planet you suggest, you say like is responsible for these all these court cases and everything, Dipika ji?
Yeah, that is, as I said, that is the Rahu, the dragon head. And the place of the Rahu in the house is again southwest. So whenever the Rahu is afflicted in the horoscope, the southwest of the house will also be afflicted in the horoscope. And then, by following certain remedies, we can balance the energies of the house. And definitely we have to check the horoscope also if there is some lawsuit going on, or if there are the chances of the imprisonment or jail. So we have to be very cautiously dealing with all these things. There are few remedies where we can get the support of the, government, where we can create some energies that we get the support of the government for these lawsuits. Like recently, just see, there is a famous Bollywood star, her husband went to the jail. So see, he has those stars that he became a king and he's having so lavish lifestyle and then good real estate and everything, high-end business. But at the same time, those planets only responsible to take him to the jail and give so much, disrespect, bringing so much disrespect to the family, right? And when one person goes to jail, then, the whole family suffers. Even the kids suffer. And they suffer like for years because, the people, make their fun for years and years. So, it's like whole family suffering. So that is why the Vastu in the house is disbalanced. Because of that, all the people in the house, they suffer.
Okay. So after you told me a little bit about this, how the effect of Rahu will be. So is there anything we can do through Vastu to shanti that planet, like, to make the situation better?
Yes, definitely. There are few remedies. First of all, clean and clear the east, because east is the government. So, you need the support of the government to win the litigation. You need the support of the judge, that he should listen your side of story too. If you are innocent, then he should listen to your side of story. And judges are totally related to the government only. So that should be good. And then you should know how to deal with your case. You need the support of the people. You need the support of the government. And then you need to be, you need that stability in life so that you should be out of the case. So many directions have to be seen. And then again, we also have to see for what the lawsuit has come.
Okay. So I don't know much about the planets, Deepika ji, but was just asking, like, what happens when Saturn is weak?
See, when Saturn is weak, again, the Saturn is if we see in the Kalpurush or, horoscope, then the Saturn is the lord of the 10th house and 11th house. So 10th house is your karmic thing. All karmas are related to the Saturn, and then all the gains are also related to the Saturn. So when the Saturn is weak, you tend to do those karmas which can lead to you in a problem. Yeah,
Okay.
because Saturn is the karma thing, the 10th house, where you do your profession, your karma. And whenever the Saturn is bad, or there is the Sarasati of the Saturn, or the Dhaya of the Saturn, or if the Saturn is going, bad in the horoscope, in the transit, negative dasha of Saturn, so at that time also, the person can get into all these troubles.
Okay. So, which house is responsible for the property?
See, for the property, it's always the fourth house, and then in the house, it is always the northern side. So, if the northern side is good, the person can make the property. But again, there should be the combinations to make more real estate should be there in the horoscope.
Okay.
See,
So,
horoscope, Vastu is all interrelated. The planets which are afflicted in the horoscope, those directions will be definitely afflicted in the house. And now let's say there are 2, 3, or 4 people living in the same house, like a family, right? So let's say the father's son is weak, but the son has good sun in his horoscope, or let's say the wife has good sun in his horoscope. So then what will happen, because now the father sun is weak, so the east direction is not bringing that good results. So father can get into the lawsuits, or the worst part, imprisonment, if there is negative dash of Rahu or Saturn. But the wife will not suffer. Definitely, it will bring a defame to the family, but still the wife will not suffer that much as the father will suffer.
others. Okay. So, which planet is responsible for jail? Like, you were talking about it previously. So, I was just wondering, is there any specific planet that will be responsible for that much change in the life? If it is so, like you said, it is connected to through Vastu. So, what can we do at home to not, create any problem with that particular planet?
See, all this, defame, all this unpleasant surprises, unpleasant happening in the life is all responsible to Rahu. Everything is responsible to Rahu. So whenever the Rahu and Saturn, they go bad in the horoscope, they bring these kind of things, defamation, and then, lawsuits, imprisonment. This can be anything related to the house they are associated with in the horoscope. So they will bring the problems related to that house. Now, in the home also, or in the real estate also, the Rahu is the responsible direction for southwest, and Saturn is responsible for the western direction. So the west is also the air element, but the air element which is moving very, very fast. So sometimes, we never heard about him, the person who has gone to the jail, the that famous actress of Bollywood, her husband. So within we never heard anything in the news, but one fine day in the morning, we all opened the newspaper and we saw that, he went to the jail. So this is that uncertainty. Within a day it happened. Within a night it happened. Though though the investigation might be going, but it was so much undercover. But sometimes we see some cases that they go on, and we get updated on the news that this is happening, and then one fine day we hear that that person has gone to the jail. The police arrested him, right? So there are two types of things. One is that within a night happens, something overnight happens, or some things keep on happening, and then at the last point, the person gets into the imprisonment. So this is all, uncertainty. So the southwest and west are responsible because the speed of the air is very, very high in the western side. And if it is not controlled, it can bring this unpleasant surprises in the life.
Okay, so Deepika ji, can we do something even at the work or any place like law firm, or even at home, any office, your companies, anywhere, to keep certain things in a proper way so that no one should face that kind of a bad signs, like going to the jail or extreme, like ups and downs are very common in the life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
going to jail or losing someone is really bad. So is there anything we can do to not to go that extent in the life?
See, I would say, first of all, try to pick a house, try to pick an office which has slope towards north and the east. Then try to pick up a house or an office which has like more openings towards north and east. Like north and east should not be closed. Like it should not be that the sunlight, the air, everything coming from the either south or west, and the north and the east are totally blocked or closed. It should not be there. The third thing is that always keep the house clean. Never keep the broken electronics in the house. They bring a lot of negative energy. Broken idols in the house, God's idols in the house, and the broken toys in the house. So anything which is broken, discard it, garbage. Sometimes the people keep on putting the things which are of no longer of any use. Like let's say that Nokia phones, which used to come 20 years back, right? You might be finding in many houses those phones till now, but because they won't come into use at any cost, because the design of the SIM has changed, so you cannot use them. But people keep on, keeping them in the house. So these things should be definitely avoided.
So, like you said, the broken things, even from the workplace, any companies, any factories, any industries, you suggest it's the same thing. First, discard all those broken things, electronics, and whatever you said, right, Deepika ji?
See, broken things in the factory is different thing, because in the factory sometimes they broke it as a raw material also. So we cannot put this thing on the factories. Their system is a little bit different, though the basic is different, but a little bit difference over there. But yes, in the house and in the office, one should never keep all these things.
Okay. So, Deepika ji, after you told me a little bit about this direction and stuff, I have a question, Deepika ji. I've seen recently one house which is northeast facing. But behind the house, there's a big, I mean, not like a very big, but it's kind of a slant on behind the house. So is that okay? I mean, is there anything they should do, or because of that, people living in the house has any effects because of that?
Yes, definitely. See, it is written in the Shastras that the northeast should have the slope. The north, the northeast, and the east should have the slope, and the south, the southwest, and the west should be elevated. So if there is slope, if the house is northeast opening, and at the back will be the southwest, right? So if the southwest has the slope, so that is not good. That can bring the downfall of the family.
Okay.
See, I'll tell you, like, I have seen some houses, like one of the house, it was a tea point house, right? And in the Shastras, like it's written that, the tea point houses are not that good. And in the experience also, we have seen the tea point house, if the tea point is from a good point, can bring a lot of harmony, money, but it definitely leads to the downfall of the family. And moreover, it brings a lot of anxiety, stress, anxiousness. So, I used to see one family, they were very, very happy in that house, and everything was so much prosperous in the family. But at one point, there was such a huge downfall in the family. There was accidental death. So, so the Shastras can never be wrong. Yes, they have to apply it according to the, common sense in today's world. Like Shastras used to say that, one should have the cow and the calf in the house. But today, if I say that keep a cow and a calf, it's not possible, right? So they have to be applied with the common sense. But whatever the rishis have written in the Shastras, they are definitely very much true.
So, what can they do, Deepika ji, if the southwest is kind of slope on the back? So, what can they do in the house to make it not to have any effects from that?
So they can keep few, rocks in the southwest of the house to make it, to feel the land that it is now elevated.
Okay.
And then bring those rocks from some river. That would be good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There is a logic behind this also, because the water has been flowing on the rocks in the river, right? So they have, so water is again a healing property, and it has been flowing on the rocks since like many, many years. So it has turned the energies of the rock into a healing property. And that's why when we keep the rocks as the symbol of stability, strongness in the southwest, then that leads to the positive energy, and then that breaks the negative energy.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Deepika ji. So, Deepika ji, let's go back to our law firm question. So,
Yeah.
are there anything like, small suggestions, like especially when it comes to the interior of the law firm through Vastu?
Okay, if you going through any lawsuit, anybody going through any lawsuit, or there are the chances where you have to deal with the government, then put a brass sun in the east of the house. The first thing. Always keep the house clean. Very, very much important. If there is any disbalancing in the house, let's say the north is upper, the south is lower, then do the remedies. Don't think, because I have seen people that sometimes they say, no, we don't want to apply Vastu Shastra. And when they get into a big trouble, they want the magic to be done overnight. So, this is not magic, this is a science. So, I would say yes, definitely do the remedies, and try to take a house, as I said, where the south and the west is elevated.
Okay. So, do you suggest any color in the law firm according to Vastu?
See, according to the color, if I say, then the white or the creamish color are the best to be done in a law firm office. That would be better.
Okay. Okay. So, it's even for the houses, you suggested us to have the light wall color.
Light cream or white color. Yeah.
Okay. So, when it comes to keeping things like decoration, not the interior decoration, I mean, interior designing, it's like a decoration, decorating the law firm. So, what kind of things do you suggest to keep it? Like to get the positive vibes, get success, or, to have a good news all the time? Like, what are the things they can keep?
First of all, the southwest and the west should be very strong, should be totally balanced according to the Vastu. The attorney can sit either in the south or in the southwest or the west. All the three directions are good. And then again, to get the maximum cases, they can keep one plant in the northern side. That is good. Then there can be, the brass sun in the east. That is again good, so that, when you keep the brass sun in the east, then the government also supports you. So sometimes, like you might have seen or experienced that, whenever two attorneys enter into a judge room, the judge usually gives preference to one attorney. Like they think that no, he might be saying the right thing, or you make such a impression of yours that the judge also thinks that this person is right. So for that, do these remedies, and then again, don't put any garbage kind of a thing.
Okay. So, law firm means we usually see lots of books in the law firm. So, where should we keep them, Deepika ji? Like, because it's like heavy, because they're gonna keep lots of books. So, where can they keep the heavy books in there?
Okay, so the books can be kept in the western side of southwest. Especially if the attorney wants to study, they can sit on the western side of the southwest or the southwest. These two directions are good to keep the books, and to follow, because the books are kept for the references, right? So like for the references or to study something new, so these two directions will be good then.
So when it comes to the mandir, they'll have a small mandir. Even in the law firm, if we are Indians, we usually keep everywhere we go. We make it ourselves according to our likes. So where should they keep the mandir?
See, the mandir should be like a mandir. It should not be like a proper temple, the community temple. It should not be. It should be very small, just to take the blessings. That's it. Just to create the positive energy. Then there should be no idols, only one or two pics, that's it. And third thing is that you can make it either in the northeast or the western side of the office, and don't make it a museum kind of a thing. That is most important. I went to do a vastu of our office, and then that company was having their branches in Europe and US and India. So this person who invited me to do the Vastu was, taking care of all the business from past 20 years, 20, 25 years in the US. So he says that slowly and slowly, gradually, the work, here didn't go that well. And the company is now taking the US office as the adopted child. So they don't even look at this office. And then, the young generation is coming and I'm unable to compete them. So I'm losing. And then I'm at that point of age where I cannot get a new job also. And then things won't be that good. So when I went to the office, you won't believe, everywhere crystals, God's idol, Buddhism, Hinduism. And I was like, why so much? He said that I keep on consulting, and then whatever the people said, I kept on bringing, and then I, kept on keeping the things here and there, so that I might not lose my job, because now my kids will be going to the college, and then, like I have just buy a new house. So, there are so many responsibilities on me, and it's a huge house. So how I'm going to pay the mortgages. So I don't want to lose my job at any cost. I told him, remove everything, just everything from here. And then I asked him to make a very small temple in the Northeast. And then we did all the changes, the color changes. And now he says that it's so good. Now, things are improving, things are going good. So he was very happy. So don't keep too much idols. Don't make your home office like an emporium or a museum where, everywhere where you see, you can see God's pictures or idols.
Yeah, I was about to say, Deepika ji, people believe in God, but more than love, they're afraid of him so much. They're scared. Like if we don't follow certain thing, what some other people told us to do, they feel like, okay, God is gonna curse us, or something's gonna bad happen.
This is what the problem is.
Yeah, that's true, Deepika ji. So
and then see, people believe in God, but they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
They think everybody knows, everybody on this earth knows that what wrong they are doing. Everybody knows. And that's why they are afraid of God. If, every morning, each one of us stand in the front of the mirror, and if we can just eye to eye with our own self, and we can say that yesterday I did this was right, this was right, I was hard on this person and I was totally right in doing that. I was harsh with this person. I was totally right in doing that. Nobody can do that. Our inner self knows that thing. And that's why we are afraid of God. This is the problem, that we don't believe in ourselves, and we all know in somewhere deep in our heart that we keep on doing something or the other wrong. That's why we want that forgiveness from him. And we don't want forgiveness with the utmost faith, patience, wisdom. We want the forgiveness as if, we are much bigger than him. You forgive us. I don't know. You have to. That kind of attitude is there. We do mistake, and then we have to be in the ego, right? We have to be very strong-headed by asking the forgiveness. That's why we all are afraid of God.
So, Deepika ji, back to your point, like you said, we can keep one or two idols in the law form, right? So, which God idols do you suggest us to keep?
That is okay. Whatever you believe in, that idols have to be placed, and then just see with whom one's energy floats. So that is important. The bhava, as I always say, that is important, rather than, like yesterday also we discussed. One will go to one temple, wish is fulfilled, everybody will start going there.
Deepika ji, in the law firm, which direction should lawyers sit? Like, when they're talking to their clients, which direction they should be sitting, and which directions we should keep it open for the clients to come and sit?
See, the attorney, the lawyer can sit in the south, southwest, west. So when in the south, they can face towards north or east. When in the southwest, again, north, northeast, east. And in the west also, they can face towards the east or the north or the northeast. So that is good.
Awesome. Thank you.
And obviously, when the one is sitting in the south, then the clients will come and, they will sit in front of him only. So they will be facing the south only. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Deepika ji, for your time and helping us to understand how Vastu can really help us. And these are the very useful and easy to remember tip which you suggested us about the house, the law firm, and everything. Thank you so much, Deepika ji.
Thank you.
So, viewers, if you would like to reach out Deepika ji for further consultation, you can reach out to Om Holistic Healings at 732-979-2080. Next week, we will be coming back with another interesting topic on Vastu and Graha Sastra. This is Swarna signing off. You're watching Telugu Prajala Manasaki Sakshi TV. Namaste.